San Antonio, Texas. The Alamo City today at the Alamo Dome as we have a couple of squads here ready to square off in the Valero Alamo Bowl. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rebels offense will have the ball first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
The play-action fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Finds his tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So NC State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season
wasting no time taking a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Finds his man. It's Schultz. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. The give on the option. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Hurley. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Quarterback on the keeper. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hurley. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Rides the back and leaves it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The give out of the gun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Prince. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hurley. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Rebels are on the move. Got it behind the line. It's Prince. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Rebels with a long way to go. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. A shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Avant. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. That's caught. It's Avant. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Using his feet.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Right down the middle. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple of yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Got his man quickly. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth. Timeout by the defense as they're trying to ice this kicker. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hansen. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. There he goes. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Wants to go up top on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Rebels will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Schultz. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Schultz. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. It's complete to the left. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half. It is a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They're now up 9-0.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Red pass hits complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. The lone back's got it. Nice move to keep running.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a...
Turning it on! And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Shoot up the big throw. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, NC State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hansen. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Fears the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking to throw on first down. and the route is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Gives it on the option. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's second and long. That's caught. It's Avant. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Rebels are threatening on first and goal. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Trying play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Fitted in the window for the score. Why not double the try total and go for 2?
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll leave it with him. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Schultz. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. Working that left side now. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. Got the 1st down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Oh, my, circle, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well give it to him again. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. He's got 69 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. The running back has it. Hard running there. He's not going to get there. Had to get it to the 35-yard line to pick up the first down. Now they have a decision to make on fourth. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Rebels offense is back on the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The short hands, it's Prince. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to run for it. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams.